Welcome to Rock College. We are so excited to get the semester rocking and rolling. But before we do, we wanted to give you the 7 attributes that we are wanted to see developed in Rock College students. My name is Tim McClagan. I'm the director and pastor of Rock College, and we cannot wait. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, attribute number 1 is this: consistent attendance. The reason why we ask that is because Rock College isn't a series of classes per se. It's not a series of lectures or even sermons. It is an interactive learning community. So there'll be teaching, but then there'll also be a lot of group discussion and application, and that's the real secret sauce of Rock College. So in a Rock College class, there are 7 weeks, and we ask in each set of 7 that you only miss 1 class. So you get sick, your kid gets sick, you guys just had a terrible day at work, anything comes up, 1 unexcused absence, that's totally fine. All we ask you to do is listen to the audio recordings, which will be provided, and have all the assignments complete by the time the next class rolls around. If for some reason you know that you're going to miss multiple Wednesday nights, then what we ask you to do is talk to our student services director. You can text her or email her at info@rockcollege.org. But make sure you get that taken care of, and we can make special arrangements due to work travel and other things like that. But one of our biggest attributes we're wanting to see is just people being consistently showing up. There's something about that that changes ministry life and can change other people's life. Got it? The second attribute that we are wanting to develop in you as a Rock student is being on time. Now, for some of us, that's harder than others. Some of you, you just show up 10 minutes early no matter where you go. Others of us, there's a little bit more fluidity in the times we show up. And here's what we're asking for Rock College. Because we have a real limited time for our classes, we really want to ask you not that you're in the building by 6, or not that you've even checked in downstairs by 6, or not that you're even in the room by 6, but at 6 o'clock, you're ready to go. If you have a meal, you have your meal in front of you, you're sitting at your table, ready to grow and ready to develop and learn. And that's just really imperative. Now, unless you've worked out with us that you have a work schedule that is going to hinder you at different times, what we'd like to ask you to do, everyone be consistent. Now, if for some reason something happens, you get a flat tire, your boss makes you stay late one day, those happen every now and then. It's totally understandable. As you come in, there'll be a little sign-up sheet anytime after 6:05, just that you write your name down, let us know the time you came in, and we understand. But we want to try to limit those, and so develop in us being on time. Attribute number 3 is academic honesty. And if I could be honest with you, some of you have never dreamed about cheating or plagiarizing on a test or a paper, but today especially I work with a lot of college students, and over 75% of Christian college students have said they have either plagiarized or cheated on a test. And I know it's a struggle for some of us, but if I can implore you, number 1, it's going to hurt your soul if you do that. That you're just lying by saying someone else's work is yours. But number 2, you won't get anything out of it. The whole point of Rock College and the whole point of our assignments is for you to dive into the scriptures and to grow. And so we want to inspire you. Let's make that clean break now and say, I'm not going to go to any of those places. I'm just going to do my best work, and that is where I'm going to grow. Number 4 is turn work in on time. What we want to create in Rock College students is a level of excellence where we're not settling for putting in late work. Really, that's a lot of times due to a lack of planning on our part. So what we want to inspire of you is have regular study times earlier in the week where you can really work on your assignments, work on your reading, and so that regularly, a couple days before class, your homework is already done, it's ready to go. So you're not like I was in college, scrambling at the last second, pulling some late-nighters trying to get stuff in. We really want to turn our work in on time. And so late work, if it's consistently late, we'll have some disciplinary actions if we need to. But our heart is that you are ready to go, that you've turned in your work on time, and that we'd be able to keep growing as we do this thing called Rock College. Number 5 is be respectful with use of devices. Now, Listen, we are in a technological age. Devices are a normal, useful tool, and we encourage you to use your devices, right? If you need to take notes on your phone, if you want to use a laptop and bring it into class, we love that. We want you to be able to interact with what we're doing in class and be able to make it a useful tool. However, there are some other things that devices can do that can be a distraction not only to you, but to other people around you. And I know a lot of times when some people hits those little lull, maybe it's in, a time during teaching or something like that, and you just want to check social media, or somebody texts you and you start going on a long text conversation, that's going to totally distract you from becoming the man or woman that God's created you to be. But also it ends up distracting a lot of people around you. There was this one time in seminary, and this happened regularly. These are your pastors. These are the pastors who are now in pulpits today, is they would have up on their laptop an SEC football game in the middle of our lecture. They'd have it on mute and they were watching, but can I tell you, it was the hardest thing not to look at that football game. I was trying to pay attention, and the dude right in front of me has, Georgia and Alabama up on the screen. And here's what we want to ask you to do. Let's be really respectful. So in general, we want to ask you not to use devices for anything but taking notes or doing something that would have to do with the class. And if for some reason there is an urgent text that you need to respond to, we ask that you actually get up, walk to the back of the room behind the banners, and actually answer that text so that no one is distracted, and then you can get back to your seat. But we don't want to cause anybody else to be distracted. And so if possible, wait till after class to answer your text. Don't respond to your email or search the web or look on anything else. Let's stay in the moment. Let's stay present, and let's allow God to impact us with eternal truth. Sounds good? All right. Attribute number 6 is we want to be respectful of the building. And what that means is we want to leave our classrooms better than when we came in. So that means we want to take the extra mile to pick up trash. We want to help out for those of you that don't have to pick up your kids right after class. We want to ask you and invite you to come in and help break down tables and be a part, but we want to leave the room in the building looking better than it's ever been because Rock College students went through it. We want a level of excellence that we carry with us to even be, when we walk out of a place, they know that students have been there because it was so well taken care of and so picked up. And so that's what we ask. Number 6 is that we be respectful of the building. And lastly, number 7 is that we be respectful of others around that. One of the main ways, obviously, is how we use our devices and not distracting people and talking to people during class. But also, especially in that break in between from our core classes to our track classes, there are going to be other people all over the building doing life groups many of the times. And so we want to be really quiet, whether we're going to the bathroom or going to our track classes. Let's be really quiet and be respectful of others in the room. And that is your 7 attributes that we are trying to develop in you as a Rock College students. We love you guys. We're so fired up. We can't wait to see what God does. If you have any questions, please email info@rockcollege.org.